Hey y'all, hey. I'm Jay.
I'm C,
And
and
welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the JNC
JNC's
room.
room. Hey y'all, hey. How are you guys doing? We are back at it again. Okay? As you know, I am Jay.
I am C.
And welcome to the JNC room.
Hello.
If you haven't done it already,
Like, click, and subscribe. And if you're nice, put on a notification
so that you know when these videos drop.
when these bitches pull out on you, you know?
Yeah. So we got some ish to talk about today. And
What is today's
so today's topic
saltiness?
is today's saltiness or spiciness. Today's topic is what is tricking? And is tricking bad or is it good? I'm gonna let C lead with this. Because I'm gonna be honest, I ain't too versed in this topic right here.
Tricking.
I ain't.
So
What is tricking?
for men, men look at tricking as a negative. And for me,
But what is it first? Before
tricking is when you spending money to get somewhere with someone.
Okay.
Or you could just be spending money, period. Spending money, period, on someone that you're dealing with or someone you're trying to deal with, or you're doing favors. You know what I'm saying? But honestly speaking, so any dime you spent could be considered tricking.
Okay.
So that's my definition. Some of my male friends have different definitions.
Okay.
Because they go to the abundant route. When you spend an abundance, then it's tricking. To me, it's kind of like in a man's DNA too trick. Like first dates, like women ain't expected to pay for a first date. And if your females out there that like spending money on first dates, slide in my DM. But
Slide in it.
you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I feel as though like tricking is part of nature. Now, if you on the 10 scale of tricking, like you paying off student loans, you putting down home payments on homes, you're paying a mortgage and a down payment on a home, you're buying straight up cars. Like your nickname is Sally Mae. Like that's that type of tricking. But if you on the one side is like, yeah, so I bought her a Happy Meal. I want the bitch to be happy, bro. Like, what's the problem?
That's the lower side of tricking?
Yeah, the lower side, like you just doing nice things. Like, say she told you she's sick. You went to your around the corner pharmacy. You picked up some medicine for her without her knowing. And you give it to her. That's a nice gesture, but it is tricking because you're spending money not on yourself and not on your house, not on your lifestyle. You're spending money on someone else. Now, tricking does not go towards family members, friends, children, or loved ones.
Okay.
It only goes to when you get married. That's not tricking no more. Cause now that's she's your family, y'all family.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not just men spending money, it's women too. Cause the sugar mamas out there busting. Like Oprah's a sugar mama.
Who's she tricking on?
Whatever niggas that's licking that down.
Oh.
Whatever niggas fucking her down. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think Oprah, if she's dealing with like a dude on the side and his car fucked up and she paid for her car to get fixed, to us, for a regular person, that's a lot of money to spend.
Yeah.
But for Oprah, she'll be like, how much? 2,000? That ain't nothing but pennies to her. That's not. That's like. She's just like, man, I could write that off as a tax exemption. Like I could get that money back.
Basically.
For her, that's light. But I'm saying like, that's tricking.
It is.
Everything is proportionalized. Like if a man makes $1 million and he spends $20,000, that's nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Or 2,000. Let's say 2,000.
That's like when they say like it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah, no, it's tricking. Tricking's tricking. Now, the scale of it is when it's good or bad. To me, if you got it, you got it. You can do it, you can do it. Personally, to me, I just think that when you're tricking to where it's fucking up your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's stupidity. Yeah. Because, I mean, let's be real. Men are trained to do nice things for women.
And it's like a real teensy percentage of females who actually like trick on men. They out there.
I actually,
They're out there, but-
Actually, you're talking about major trickers.
Like,
All human beings, even if you're in a relationship, you're gonna spend some money.
yeah, but
Females
no,
are
but
gonna spend some
there's
money.
females that like.
OD tricking. You're talking
Yeah,
about
like,
the 10. Remember I told you the
yeah.
scaling,
So, like,
the 10
that's what
level.
I'm like. There's a small percentage. Like,
It's
when
just
I
like
hear
if-
some females like paying a bill, or they'll pay like
Think
a
about it,
condo,
right?
or they'll pay. You know, it's a
Think about it. If you tell a woman, right, like you tell your girlfriend, like, yo, you know, I got bad headaches. And you know he's the type of dude that just be like, he don't like medicine. You'd be like, let me go buy this nigga some aspirin. You know what I'm saying? That's not, it's tricking because you're
That's
spinning.
something,
But it's
yeah.
small. It's just like a nice gesture. But it is
Yeah.
tricking.
like I knew someone who like he was like that or whatever, and I got him like that multivitamin. That's tricking. That's a small end. That's
Small gesture, but it's tricking.
I'm a tricker. I be tricking.
Nah.
I'm
You talking about
bullshit. I'm bullshit.
She's talking,
I'm
I know
playing.
she's
I'm
playing with the
playing.
formality of it,
I'm
but
playing.
a lot of the times when I tell my homeboys this, they get an attitude because they just be like, I ain't doing that. I'm like, yo, bro, if you took her out to a restaurant that you wouldn't necessarily want to go to yourself, what you thought you was doing?
Is it like
Like, we put it like this, right? If you ask me, right, I like cheeseburger. Like what's my favorite thing? Cheeseburgers. Like,
McDonald's
to me-
number 2 to be specific?
huh?
The number 2 on McDonald's to be
You
specific.
took 2 cheeseburger. Or
Yeah.
mainly my favorite cheeseburger is White
It's not
Castle.
number 2 anymore, right?
It's like a 7 or some shit.
What the
They fucked
hell?
up the numbers. So my favorite cheeseburger is White Castles. That's nothing but $10. And that shit go a long way for me. So like if a woman's to buy me that, see, would I look at that as tricking? No, but I look at it like that bitch want my favor. Cause she know I love White Castles. Like, you know what I'm saying? She want my favor because that's what that's how you get me. You know what I'm saying? If you was to do something nice, like if you do something I need, and what I need could be socks, drawers, t-shirt, do something that I can never live without. I need that. If a woman was to buy me fucking Palmer's cocoa butter, or some
let me tell you something. The prices now, you know what I'm saying?
like
The
that's what I'm
prices
trying to say.
now.
Like doing nice
That's up
gestures,
there.
it goes a long way for men and women. Now, and tricking is a part of that.
Now I wonder if like, because you're saying like your friends are like they react to it in a way that is negative.
Men,
like
yeah.
is it because
They don't want to be associated as a trick.
yeah, that was about to
That's
be like
all it
the
is.
original like
It's an
the-
ego thing.
Yeah, or like I'm
Listen.
thinking like the original like
Listen,
beginning
the death
of
of women.
trick.
Listen, here's
You
the
get
funny
what I'm
thing, right?
saying?
The death of women is their emotions, and the death of men is our egos and pride. And honestly speaking, they're the fucking same thing.
Yeah, I was about to be like
They're the fucking same, thing.
thing.
But I'm just trying to say because that title there, like, I even look at tricking into a certain way. But in the end of the day, like, if I tricked, I tricked. It is what it is. I mean, like, if I go to a party and I spend a lot of money, some dudes would be like, but you don't even know those girls. Like, real talk, bro, I would have did that if they was there or not.
Yeah,
But because they're there, now I'm tricking.
Now
if
it
they
look
wasn't
like
there,
you-
I'm just spending money dumb.
basically.
It's like, it's never no end to this. You know what I'm trying to say? So, tricking, I don't look at it as a bad thing. I used to look at it when I wasn't mature and I was trying to be the opposite of my mother. So,
Yeah.
parental drama. This is it. This is where it ties
Trauma.
into. So, for me, I watched my mother had dudes trick on her. And I'm looking at my mom, I'm like, you're not even like that. You're not like that. Like, when I mean, you know, I'm saying this about my mom.
Yeah.
I love her. I'm getting twisted, but she's not like that. And what I mean by she's not like that,
That's not true.
you're not a 10, boo.
Yeah.
If you was a 10, why and the dudes do it because they want favor. But that falls into the
To be a trick,
what we talked
like,
about
so
earlier.
To be a trick, like the whole to be a trick, is that from like the hooker thing? Like you
You think
like,
that's where it started from? That's what you asking me?
yeah.
I don't know where it started
'Cause that's
from.
what, like,
I
'cause
think
I
I
feel
think
like-
I think men with power always use their power and influence in their money
Yeah.
to get the women they want. I don't think that has nothing to do with prostitutes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like who? I felt like I felt
'Cause
the
if
only
you're
reason
dealing
why
with-
I'm
if-
asking that because once again I told you I'm not really versed in this, but I'm only as you talking or whatever. I'm
It makes
just
sense.
wondering
You
stuff.
dying it out. It makes
Where it's
sense.
just like men wouldn't call themselves tricks, and because they respond to it,
Men do call
negatively-
themselves tricks. Certain men, you don't think Puffy's a trick? He got
but I
that
don't-
shorty
I
on a
don't think
fucking.
but I don't think he would call himself.
He knows he's a trick.
trick.
You don't think Lil Baby knows he's a trick?
I don't think they. I mean, they wouldn't identify
You know Jordan Poole, right?
it.
You heard of Jordan Poole, right?
Yeah, the Get Out dude.
No,
That's Peel. Sorry, or Keel.
the dude, he plays
Jordan
basketball,
Poole.
right?
Okay.
The new girl that raps, she always has that little afro. Icy, spicy.
Oh yeah, Ice. Oh,
Yo,
Spice,
his first date, he took her out and spent $500,000 shopping spree with her. What did you call that? Tricking. Now, did he just sign for a max deal as an athlete? So he makes like, I think I'm gonna be wrong on this. I think he signed like a 4-year deal for $126 million or something like that. So yeah, $500,000.
That's nothing.
It's not even
a
a 1% of his money.
Yeah, basically. So he like.
I could do it because I'm just trying to impress her. He might just be doing it to
Yeah.
kill. But at the end of the day,
You still tricking?
you tricked, dog, and you tricked crazy. I don't care what anybody say. $500,000 on her? And I'm not trying to say she's ugly or nothing, but she probably just got her first $500,000 a couple months ago. She probably didn't make $2 million cash yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you spent $500,000 on clothes. And you know I respect it because he didn't give her $500,000.
He just he took a shopping.
Yeah, he spent it on clothes.
Giving it to her, because then I feel like that would make him more of a trick.
What?
If he gave, he probably imagine. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd be surprised she could take the shit back and get the money back.
Yeah, basically. But
if he bought it with a credit card, that money go back to the credit card.
Basically, but
so
I wouldn't
she's
be surprised.
stuck anyway with it. You know what I'm saying?
I just.
But guess what she can do?
Because I really feel
But
like.
guess what she can do?
What?
She could take all those clothes she got and eBay it, and make maybe 35, maybe 75% of the money. But the point I'm trying to say is,
Wow.
What are you?
I'm looking up like, because I really feel like.
You think it stemmed from that?
I really feel like it's.
I don't know.
I think I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna say this is a fact. I wouldn't be surprised if the word trick originated from females calling men this, and that's why men.
I think
respond
the
to
word
it so,
trick. I think the word
not-
trick is something new.
Really, it's been like
What I
being
mean,
a
new
trick.
new in comparison to the human history.
Oh yeah, this
This is
I
maybe the
feel
last
like,
200 years, 100 years. I don't even think 200
yeah,
years.
I feel
Maybe.
like
I really want to say
60s or
50, 60
50s,
years.
yeah, definitely.
So for me, the term trick probably came from there, but who cares about that?
Yeah,
I mean, personally.
I'm just.
Yeah, I know, you're
wondering,
just curious.
It's like, oh, I wonder where, because you're talking about it, and I'm thinking like, because when the part of like men responding to it negatively, or even how this dude did a spree as opposed
I
to
think
giving her the
everybody
money,
responds to a negative.
You know,
You think a woman would say I'm a trick? I'd be tricking
but
these niggas.
a woman wouldn't call herself a trick. She would call the dude a trick.
No, what if she's the one spending the money? What
Oh,
would she call
she's the
herself?
money. She's not gonna want it. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Nobody
what I mean
wants
by
to be
no
called
human
that.
wants to be considered
Yeah.
that. That's just a human thing.
It's like I guess now what it is instead of trick is like I'm thinking like, oh,
Listen,
so
listen.
is this
I ain't gonna lie to you.
like,
Look, you ready for this, y'all? If I was making $3 or $4 or $5 million a year, I'd be tricking. But it'll be small scale to how much I have.
Yeah.
So like for
You're not
example,
gonna
right?
feel it.
If I'm showing people my lifestyle on Instagram, there's gonna be bitches biting on it. You know that already.
Yeah.
Soon as they be like, this nigga got the condo, this nigga got the fucking, he got the nice cars, he got the fucking, like the balcony, he got the view, he got a personal chef. There's gonna be a girl be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah.
They're gonna try to make themselves like-
I hit her with the business flight. She was $600 round trip, cool. And she comes spend the night in the weekend in New York. I ain't taking her shopping. I'm just gonna take you out to eat. We gonna go partying.
nice stuff?
And then that might come out to be like a $3,000 weekend.
And
Guess
that's
what?
still
But guess
nothing.
if I'm making $5 million, what's
Still
$3,000?
Still nothing.
Yo, I could do that once a month.
That's why I say like if you got it, it ain't tricking because you.
But that's
because
not tricking in
I feel
comparison to what he
like-
got. But imagine if you make $60,000 and
you
you
do
spending
that,
$3,000
you feeling
every
it.
month
You
on
feeling
one
it.
chick. That's $36,000. You're broke.
Yeah.
But that's why I said the scale is
Yeah.
depending on how much money you make to how much money you spending.
Basically.
$3,000. Think about it, right? A brand new. First off, I'm not counting the women that he's already killing in the
Yeah.
city. That he's probably just doing it off the rip because he's just a nice guy or talk. He might have this. He might have that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about remember, this is the thing about Instagram and social media and Facebook and all these social media platforms. And you give people a taste of your lifestyle, somebody's gonna want it.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna want it. Somebody's gonna want to be like, they're gonna be like, psst. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, all right, She already talking to you on Instagram. Remember, she don't know how many guys you talking to. How many girls you talking to.
Truth.
You could be talking to 15 girls, and you just be like, any, mini,
at that
and you could
point,
just
when
be like this,
you-
any, mini, money, mo.
Well, I mean, at that point, when they see that you have, the money or whatever, or that's the kind of lifestyle, females confront. Right? It's a lot of females that they don't even care. They're just trying to
Have a nice little Instagram
get
video.
a lick. Because that's what I feel the trick is now. I think getting a lick is what a trick is now. I think it's another way of saying it.
What's a lick?
When you get a lick, it's like when you.
I thought a lick was robbing somebody.
I don't know. When strippers or choppies or, females who are like into that type of lifestyle, like you gotta give me some money for my time. My time ain't free. Like that, like on that side, it's like, oh, well, we're gonna get a lick.
You know, it's crazy that women don't get this, right? If you're dealing with somebody that has money and power that got make more money than you, then his time is money. His time is actually more expensive than yours. So it's like, and this is what people that make more money. It doesn't have to be a guy or a woman. I'm saying like if the women that's in this the choppy role or the gold digger role, if they're hitting up dudes that got money and power, that means it's a whole bunch of y'all that wants this access. So what makes you more special to gain this access?
You want me. Even though that sounds dumb, it sounds silly, but at the end of the day,
I get it.
You want me.
Yeah, but
so therefore, like, because think about it. Even like, for example, there's this event in Dubai where all of these rich men come there. All of these rich men come there,
Can I say it again?
Good.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
And their whole purpose of coming there, these guys, they have wives, they have their own life, they have their own business or whatever the case is. They have a whole bunch of money, but they come there, and all of these girls come there also knowing that these guys are here to kind of like spend that bread. The amount of bread that gets spent on you goes from very small to very large depending on how
how you sell yourself,
basically. And if you're gonna do a little bit more strange for some more change or
of
whatever
course.
the case is. So like, even in this situation where it's just like, yes, these men they have way more money, and yes, their time is more expensive, but you have made this market for these females to come to. So any female that comes to you, granted, you have a plethora of females, and in reality, they choose who they're gonna have around them, but they're going to choose the girl that is not attainable. They're gonna like, you get what I mean? Like, they usually choose a girl that is, because they have so much power, they're gonna go for something that's not attainable. I'm not saying this is right, but why these females kind of have that, like, and when I hear about it, or like hear about even situations like this, where it's like, oh, my time is money or whatever the case is, it's a whole a mind fuck or a mind or like that strategic shit. It's just like how men, it's like the roles are like switched. When like, no, listen, it's like,
I didn't say
it's
nothing.
like you said no, said no.
I'm just shaking my head because I know what I'm gonna say next.
So like, it's just like how like men are with women, like on a normal level where like they're manipulative and they move a certain kind of way. It's like now they have to move manipulative because they are at the disadvantage. So although they're like, oh, my time is not free or whatever the case is, it's a whole strategic play because you want me.
Can I say my point?
Go ahead.
I didn't cut you off, right?
No, you didn't.
All right.
I'm also not saying I'm right. I'm just giving.
I know. I like this. I like this. This is a good conversation. So, you see, what she did was introduce a guy saying, she said, guys go for things that's unobtainable, which is false. They're all obtainable because they put themselves out there for money. So that is bullshit. If a person is putting themselves out there to get with the biggest wheeler, just because he's the biggest wheeler don't mean he wants to spend the most money. It's all about who's willing to spend the most money. Because if I have $1 billion, if I have $20 billion, but I'm not gonna spend $5 on you, it don't make no sense for you to even fuck with me. You're gonna fuck with the guy that maybe have $200 million that might be willing to spend $200,000 on you. It's all about it has nothing to do with unobtainability. Guys don't work that way. And I have to say this because I'm a guy.
Go ahead.
Guys don't work that way. If a guys like hard to chase, yeah. But only a certain guy would think like that. You know who's gonna think like that? A simp. Why? Because it's unattainable. So like he's gonna try his hardest to get it. And when he gets it, he's gonna make you feel like you're needed. But if you're dealing with a man that knows money's the power, oh, you don't want to fuck with me? I could fuck with a woman that look way better than you that's not a choppy. So unattainable, yeah, you're talking about women that have those kind of like, maybe like home ethics. Women ethics in the sense that they like a lady in the streets, they're career driven, whatever role they're in. They got taught right by their parents, but if a female is a choppy or a gold digger, she's attainable. There's no such thing as a choppy being unattainable. Unless he just ain't got enough money for her. Or he's not willing to spend enough money for her. How much is that a weekend of ecstasy worth? That's the problem. That's the thing I don't agree with when women put money. Why you got that look on your face like that?
I'm waiting for my turn.
I know you don't agree. That's the funny part.
I'm listening also.
Huh?
I said I'm listening also.
Oh, it's funny when people, and I'm saying this as human beings, when you put a dollar amount on you lost your value. So when the unobtainable is said, like, nah, you're obtainable because you have a dollar in your head that you wasn't looking for. You're obtainable. Unobtainable is a woman that could look you bare in your face and you could be Elon Musk and be like, yeah, you're a nice person, but I wouldn't fuck with you. What, you want half the share? You want half the business of Tesla? I still wouldn't fuck with you. That's unobtainable. But hey, your turn.
So you're talking unattainable in the sense of like the level of like the type of woman, like a woman with career driven or whatever. And a choppy is not attainable. What I'm saying is a choppy's not good. Of course, everyone that came there is attainable. Everyone has a price. So everyone that came to that event, everybody's attainable. But at the end, the strategy that they use is to act like they're not. You say real men don't do that. They don't try to go after things that are unobtainable. But when we look at all of these podcasts, when you look at science, you said real men don't go after that. You said real men don't go after things that are unobtainable or try to, because everyone has a price. That was one of the things you said.
I said nothing's unobtainable if they're there for a price.
And you said real men don't go after that. But men of power,
they're gonna go after it because they're obtainable.
But
everything there is obtainable.
Unless I rewind this and have everything that you said, but I know that you actually said that. But I'm just gonna.
Sorry.
So I'm just gonna.
If I did, I agree with you. I apologize.
It's all right. Either way, what I'm saying is like they go there and this is what they do. These females, everybody's obtainable because, like you said, everyone has a price. But it's a strategy that they use. It's a strategic.
Yeah, teasing
and that's
walk away.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying like, oh, of course these men went there to get it. They went there to fuck. They didn't go there to wife these females, and these females know that they didn't go there to wife them. Their goal is to get a lick.
That group.
The
that
biggest,
group setting.
and that's what I meant. I didn't mean like in general. Like I meant in that setting, their goal is to get the biggest lick. So what they do is strategically move with these men. Granted, these, like you just said, these men will be like, there's a whole bunch of y'all, but men of power don't. Even when they talk about like
it's an ego thing at that point.
Exactly.
Well, what? You ain't going.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So
I get it. I'm not disagreeing with it.
I don't mean like in general.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I also didn't want it to come across like I'm saying like, oh, choppies and prostitutes that kind of do. Not to put choppies and prostitutes in the same thing.
But they're close.
I'm not going to say that, but
they're close.
I'm not going to say that. But what I'm saying is,
they are.
When they go to these things or whatever the case is, it's more of that's the goal. So it's kind of like when you're saying like, oh, how do women say like, oh, my time is not free? these men have created this event for them. So like in that kind of situation, that's where like, oh, my time is not free.
So who really has the power?
Of course, the men have the power, but in reality, you made a. But in reality,
no,
who has the? The question is, the men have the power, but who really has the? Like, they have the power over your body. You literally made a whole event for you to go do your wives dirty, and to basically, and a majority of them do. Majority of them do, and it's
these
like,
are African men, right?
These are all types of men.
So most of them got
like,
multiple wives.
Like, well, maybe not. Who knows what the situation is? But yeah, I've come here to do this and kind of like, this is what you did. This is what you've created. So that's how that's where the whole delusion of like my time is not free.
Everybody's wrong in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
You know what I'm trying to say? Nobody's more wrong than the next. Like shorty, you made yourself a price. Homeboy, you out here doing your people dirty. You doing your wifey dirty.
Yeah.
Your wifey's with an S dirty. You probably got a wifey and a mistress. You're doing both of them dirty. You're just an unfaithful guy.
Multiple wives is still kind of fucking dirty.
Yeah, like that's just crazy. I mean, but listen. This is why these conversations are good to have, because, you know, me personally, now I'm gonna say this because you don't gotta comment on this.
Okay.
I said choppies and prostitutes are similar. They're from the same citrus fruit. One might be an orange and one might be a grapefruit. One might be a tangerine and one might be this. But guess what? They both got a price. If you both got a price, the price got to be right.
But the thing about it though is some choppies don't fuck.
And then she's not a choppy.
No, she's
selling advice. She's selling a service.
What are you?
She's a fucking customer service agent.
It's true.
Facts.
Most choppies are though.
But guess what?
Because
guess what
in
she's
reality,
selling?
Because I'm telling you the truth.
But guess what she's
the
selling
one
now?
thing that choppies know is, as soon as it's not an easy game. One, it's not. Because when I look at some shit, I be like, I ain't doing it. But some of them know, like the biggest, the number one thing is, if you give it up, the lick ain't happening. You can't. The whole point of each lick, because like we talked before, there is a limited time in this. It's what did we say before? It was a limited time. There's something else we said. Or was it just that? There's like a limit. So you have a limited time in this. So like, I'm going to say a smart choppy. A smart one realizes like, if I have this one, I'm going to get everything I can out of him with just this. Without the cooch. Just the carrot of the cooch. Literally. Because as soon as you give the cooch, unless it's like someone who's into you or whatever the case is, if you give the cooch, you no longer have like, it's a wrap. Because the lust, the curiosity, the hunt is over.
Unless you're really good at what you do.
Yeah. Real talk.
If you're really good at what you do, trust me, if you
nice with it, yeah.
He or she, because
there's male choppies also.
Yeah,
there's definitely male choppies.
So like, if you're really good at what you do, they're gonna spin the block on you.
Yeah. But this is why I say that's the only reason why to me they're not the same. Like I guess, yeah, they're not the same to me because of that.
What's not the same?
Prostitutes and choppies, because prostitutes are getting paid to have sex. Choppies all don't have sex.
Small percentage. It's not the majority. And you know that.
I don't know. Cause
you got some choppies that do have fucked, and then one or two guys they haven't. But the majority of niggas they fucked. So the one guy they don't fucking got money out of him, cool. He was just a dickhead. He was dumb. But majority of them they fucking.
I can't say majority.
Listen. And that tells you who's doing it. Simps. It's
not only simps.
No, I never said only.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying like those are the ones that's not gonna get pussy sometimes.
But if they have,
if you got a strong clad, listen. If you got a strong
money,
listen. If Elon Musk is trucking, he's getting pussy. If Donald Trump is tricking, he's getting pussy. If you ain't fucking him, he gonna be like, he literally said on camera, I just grabbed the pussy. Like so. If you're dealing with a man's man and he's tricking, you're giving up the
Donald
pussy.
Trump is a man's man.
Yeah, he's an asshole, arrogant, very testosterone.
And just
he wants
rapey.
everybody in the room know he got the biggest dick when he probably don't. Yes, he's a man's man, straight up testosterone. Does that mean he's a man? Is a good man? No, he's a man's man because he's about it. He's nose up, arrogant, man's man. That's a real man's like.
Trump give me vibes that he's raped somebody before.
Huh?
Trump's giving me vibes that he's raped somebody
Probably
before.
have. That don't make him not a
So,
man's man. He's just a man that made a lot. He's a bad man. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
Just as I say he's a man's man, don't mean he's a good man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's some good and bad mans.
Fucking The Rock is a man's man.
Yeah, he is. He's a
And
man.
guess what?
Then
He
again,
looks like he comes
presents-
off as a
yeah,
good
he
man.
presents good.
Yeah, but guess what? If you see both those characters, you're gonna be like,
But a man's man also might not like.
listen, just because I say he's a man's man doesn't make him good or bad.
No, but I'm saying is like if you're,
That's-
but you're dealing with a man's man doesn't necessarily mean like you won't have to come up off that pussy because if he has it sometimes it's just like you said like if he has 3 million and he's
Yeah,
just
but
he
eventually,
just,
if he's dealing with you, you're gonna have to get that pussy up.
I mean
Because he's
of
gonna
course, that's why
he's gonna be like, nah, this is dumb.
that's why it's a limited of time.
Yeah, but
That's why they look at it,
it's
it's a
gonna be
limited
quick.
time.
Like it's gonna get there fast.
You know,
You're gonna be like, listen, shorty, I looked out because you was in need,
but that, yeah,
but now you gotta
I don't know. I
like
would think-
now. If you not,
Yeah.
don't hit me up no more. And I will. If I see your friends was on it, I will.
I don't know.
Rock? Yeah, he would.
I don't know.
Why you think he got nothing but girls?
I don't know these people.
Why do you think he got nothing but girls?
Well, I mean,
You know why he got
that's
nothing but
another
girls?
reason why I would
Do you
want.
know why he got nothing but girls? It's
Why?
a sin.
But I
Because
also
he's a whore. Being honest,
He's a whore.
he was a whore. Now he got to deal with having women and have to teach them about guys like him.
Lord, hilarious whore.
He's a whore. Donald Trump Donald Trump wasn't a whore. He was just obnoxious.
Yeah.
So I could tell, like, he's really funny. Like, he got a funny personality.
Yeah.
But did he look like he was getting bitches? No. He got nothing but, look at his sons. Like, he got nothing but sons. I don't even think he got 1 daughter, 2 daughters. So which means everything he got, they was on him because of money. And because remember, Trump got that type of personality, even a trick, even a prostitute, not prostitute, because he got those.
Uh-huh.
Even a gold digger is gonna be like, I'm just turned off by him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But guess what? He's a man's man, because he's not, what I mean by man's man, he's not gonna be like, hey baby, he's not gonna say and sugarcoat you to death. He's like, you know the fuck I am?
Ugh.
I got a glass taller than you, bitch.
That's a man's man?
Yeah!
Cold-hearted and just not-
Cold-hearted. He don't care.
I don't think it's a man. I think it's a bitch. I think
No,
that's
a bitch is
feminized-
emotional.
I think
No
it's a
offense.
feminized man. No,
He's
no.
not feminist. He's not feminized at all.
I think he's
He's
really
a man's
feminized.
man. He don't care about your
I
feelings.
think a man's man, like he.
What I mean by man's man?
he is emotional though. Anytime he went on
But
the
he's
stands, he's just not emotional like wham wham.
Yeah.
But when I say he's emotional, like
Ego. He lives in his ego.
when you see, all right, even if I
He
was
lives
to
in his ego.
compare-
That's why he's a man's man. You don't get it? Man's man will fight someone when there's nothing to gain from the fight.
That's a fool.
Yeah, but it's a man's man. It's good types and bad types.
Okay.
My father's a man's man. He's a fucking lunatic.
See, like
But I
my
love
father,
him.
my
Love my
father's like
pops.
that, but I wouldn't call him. I would just call him a macho man.
Huh?
I don't know what is the difference. Is a macho man a man? That's what you mean? A
Macho man is a guy that be in the gym.
No, like a macho, like a real,
Gym.
No,
Yeah, it's
macho.
part of that, but it's part of
Yeah,
it.
but I mean like a real macho man. Like for example,
You know who
like,
Macho Man is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, when I talk about like a macho man, meaning like
Hulk Hogan's a man's
any
man.
moment he'll like for any reason he's gonna get into a fight. You
I keep
offense
naming
him in a
wrestlers. Why I
certain
keep
kind
naming
of way,
wrestlers?
I don't know. But like he's the type like you say something to disrespect him, even if it's small.
He's ready to fight.
He's like, oh, he's ready to fight, or he's gonna. So
You don't
he's
think
gonna
Donald
punch you in
Trump
his
is?
face. Yeah.
That's why he's a
To
man's
me,
man.
that's just real.
Ego. What are you talking about?
I
It's
think that's
ego.
just it's ego. It's I
Man's
think it's-
men are they could be,
That's-
they're borderline toxic
To
ego.
me, that's the equivalent to a female crying every time someone
Yeah,
says
total
something
opposite.
mean
Get
to
it?
them.
Get it?
But
Now
it's
you
the
get
same-
it.
No,
You
I
got
think
it.
it's the equivalent. Like
Nah,
it's the same
opposite.
thing. Like, oh, I'm mad because I'm a man. Though my reaction is to fight. A female, I'm mad, and you said something that hurt my feelings. Same thing, but because she's a female,
So you're
she's
talking
gonna
about one type of
cry.
situation. I think
So-
most men, if you disrespect a man, he's ready to fight.
Yeah, but it has. But most men are not gonna like. But every man is not going to want to fight off of just any simple like. Oh, Donald Trump would say he would get into a fight or even go back and forth with somebody off of the fact that they just said something that he didn't like or like to hear.
Yeah, he's a man's
But it's
man.
stupid, like something like light or like maybe he didn't.
We're not
or
talking about
maybe-
his sensibility as
or
a
he-
man.
But that's what I'm like.
I'm not caring about that. You're not getting what I'm saying?
It's feminine to me.
It's not. A feminine man, you know what a feminine man.
A feminine
hey,
man.
honey.
No, that doesn't
That's
mean
a feminine man, boo.
You're talking about like a man that's flamboyant. But
He's
I'm talking about
feminine. He acts like a woman.
Energy. Feminine energy, like you get offended. So like as a man, you can, if you look at the two.
A feminine man acts like a woman.
No, feminine is an energy. It doesn't mean that you're talking about the aspect of like him being like this, but I'm talking about the feminine energy, like the feminine like thought process. He's a feminized man. I'm not only talking about like it's more than just like, hey honey. It's more than that. It's
So tell me
more
what
of
it
the
is.
it's the energy that you have
What
within
is
you.
it?
Like a man that kind of just you get sensitive over everything. When you get sensitive over everything makes you be like I would say like although my father was a macho man, like why is it that everything gets you to like, oh, I'm gonna fight? Like, that's like a man crying. When it'll be something simple like, oh, you did something wrong.
I think that you're equating the things incorrectly. For me, I might be wrong. I feel that you're equating things incorrectly.
Donald Trump, while he was on the stand.
No, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about any man now.
I'm using that. The reason why I'm saying it's
Mm-hmm.
feminine. While he was on the stand, it would be something very simple, and he chose like he had to respond and
He responds to
antagonize
everything.
somebody
he
or whatever the
responds
case
to
is.
everything.
A man's man to me is more.
That's your opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I just said to me.
yeah.
So therefore that means to me.
I know you got it.
Like a man's man to me is more,
is
is more like reserved, held together, and even when he's kind of like, I just said to me,
I know, but where you got that from?
more reserved, more together, and it's not shaken by
where you got
by
that from?
little stuff.
Where you got that
I
from?
don't know. I'm just telling you, like this is when you think of a man's man.
You're
I don't
talking about
ever.
you're talking about the constitution of a man now.
I'm just talking about like
Constitution.
if that's what it is,
Yeah.
I just see it as a man's man. It's some like he's a man. So that means you're not gonna get
You
rattled.
could be a man's man, different types of man.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm
He's
saying.
the
What
type of
I'm
man you're
saying.
talking about is one type of man to man. Like let me
I
give
didn't
you
know. I personally
let me give you
didn't
an
know
example of that
a
kind of
man's
man.
is somebody who gets rattled
Let-
off
let-
of
let-
a tiny.
Can I give you an
thing.
example of that type of man you just said? The man's man you're talking about is like a
Obama. If I was to compare the two on the stand, Obama.
I'm gonna use somebody else because he's black. I'm gonna use a white guy to
Okay.
make it fair. George W. Bush. Not the son, not that new.
father.
The father. Very constituted, very like he wasn't like you never seen him get out of character.
Yeah.
Constitution on point. But that's one type of man's man.
Yeah.
Man's man, it just means he stands strong for something. You can't break him. You didn't break Donald Trump. Like a woman,
Yeah.
that's the difference between a woman. That's why he can't be feminine. Because you could break a woman.
He's like a child.
I could mentally break a woman.
Yeah.
I could mentally break a woman. I can't mentally break Donald Trump.
Depending on the woman.
No,
You
I could
can't
get him
break-
mad.
You can't break every woman.
No. Because you're talking about a woman with strong constitution.
No,
but if I'm talking about an emotional woman, I could
wasn't-
break her
So
verbally.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but when
Without,
we're talking,
I could break her without even trying to break her. I could just break her off of just saying something that a little is sensitive, but not really about her.
But that's in our nature. It's in our nature.
But that's
to
why he's not a
respond.
that's why he's not
But
feminine.
I don't know. I disagree. I'll just.
I get it. I
disagree.
get your point.
You
But
know,
I'm
'cause
saying
he
like
came
this.
off-
This is why a man is talking about man's man.
Well, yeah.
I can't talk about a female's female.
I can't.
I can't.
mean,
I cannot
I'ma
because
just-
I'm not supposed to.
I'm just.
I don't have
He
it.
comes off very.
I don't have that.
He doesn't.
I don't have this. I do got a
I
little
don't
bit of this
think.
though.
I don't. Shut up. I don't think it has to do with saying what a man's man. I don't think it has anything to do with whether you're.
That's your
female
assumption. You're
or
not a man. It sucks that I'm saying
I'm
this.
only looking at like a man
can't.
of whatchamacallit. I didn't even realize that there. I don't know. I would have to look into it.
When a
If there's
man's
different
man,
man's
when I say man's man, you know what I'm really saying? He
What?
got balls.
But okay, but that doesn't.
He got balls to stand on it. Even if he's wrong, he's gonna stand on it. Cause he's a man's man. He could be completely wrong about something, he's gonna stand on it. How many times I've done something wrong and I said I was wrong, but that's what I wanted to do. Because
I think
I know what I
don't
did
know.
was wrong.
To me, I thought it was way more than that to be
No.
a man's man. But who knows?
It's just like Adolf Hitler was a man's man. He's a fucking bastard. Don't get it twisted. Cause he stood on it. He fucking died on it. He died on it. What did he believe? It was wrong or right? He died on it. Martin Luther King, man's man, died on it, shot in the head. Malcolm X died on it. If I could make him change his point of view, he's not a man's man. Now, if he changed his point of view because of enlightenment on his own, or he had a conversation and he said, but if I could break him, and he cowers, he's not a man's man. Cower and man's man don't work. That's why when you say a feminine man, like when you say when I think feminine man, if even if the guy is gay or homosexual, I'm sorry, I don't mean it in a bad way. If I can break him, he's not a man's man, verbally. Because a man's man is gonna die on his sword, on his whatever he's on. That's the difference. That's why I don't know what a woman's woman is, because I'm not a woman. You could tell me, and I could be like, all right, I'll get it.
I don't know.
But you get what I'm trying to say, though,
I get
right?
what you're saying.
Even if they're wrong, arrogant, obnoxious, stupid to a certain extent.
I thought when they talked about I thought when I hear a man's man or when I
This
hear
you know what? I'm
people
glad
talking
y'all
about it,
got to see this. This has nothing to do with tricking.
that's nothing. But
This is called rabbit hole.
Usually when I hear like people say like this is the first time I ever talked about man's man and Donald Trump. And usually when they talk about a man's man, it's never talked about like him having like balls. That's a part of it, but it's also like a man's man had his demeanor as well and how he holds
Constitution is
himself.
demeanor.
You get what I mean? So that's interesting. But how did we get here from tricking?
Because I said if Donald Trump was to
'cause
trick,
it's like a
yeah,
man's man
it makes
wouldn't
sense
be
why we
able
got
to
there.
Whatchamacallit. No, I just need to remember it. 'cause
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to Go back to where we.
How do you feel about look, from learning about tricking? Give me how you feel about it.
I feel like
Honest. I want you cold-blooded. Don't censor it. Don't PR it. Don't say what it is.
I feel like when it comes to tricking,
Hello.
you know, the original. If we go, it's negative.
You feel negative about it?
I mean,
For real?
yeah. Unless it's like, cause I don't consider
Even a little nice tricking, like?
No, the nice tricking. I was about to just say, unless it's like,
But that's why I said it's all tricking.
I was just about to get into it. Like I was just about to get into it. Like unless it's like out the kindness of your heart, that part okay. But like the part of like
So you can't accept it for what it is.
like the whole thing as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 50% good, 50% bad.
Got it. That's what it is.
You know? Because I feel like when you're trying to manipulate somebody, I just feel like that bad karma comes back to you.
On it again. See, I thought I told her that. She never.
What?
People, there's no such thing as bad or good manipulation. It's whatever way the person delivers it.
But it's like when
there's good manipulation.
It is, but when you trying to do it, like when it's still like the good manipulation, cool. There's no bad karma that comes from
Still
that.
manipulation,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying? But when it's like manipulation at the disadvantage of somebody else and like leading somebody else onto something, or even like from the trick's point of view to the tricky, the tricker to the tricky. I mean, you're trying to do this or whatever the case is only to get like coochie or whatever, and you don't say nothing or whatever, and this person just thinking that you're just being nice or whatever the case is. I think that's fucked up too. So I feel like the dark side of tricking. That's why I say 50% good, 50% bad. Because the dark side of tricking, I don't think is cool at all. The good side of tricking, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Hopefully, you're in a situation where both of you guys are tricking on each other. You get what I mean? Where it's like oh, you know, he does this for you and you do this for him. I hope it's that, or he for he, she for she, whatever. The person that you with, it's it's an equal thing. Hopefully, it's that. You get what I'm saying? But the other one where it's like I'm only gonna get it, it's like I've seen.
Going to a rabbit hole.
Yep, I am.
Don't do it. We went into
not.
a lot of rabbit holes.
Because it's a whole nother conversation. And we're going to get into that. And I hate the fact, I'm going to say, and I was just saying to him, like, I hate the fact that, like, the majority of us women on, like, the social media, like, we just look bad. So even talking about this, what I was about to get into, once again, was going to make...
I didn't say that.
No, I said this. I said this. When I see stuff on, like, the YouTube, when I see, like, pranks, when I see, like, when I see,
are you
like,
talking about the gold with
the
with
gold
the
digger
guy?
one
Oh,
with the
man.
car? There's another one. There's another guy that he's Mr. Loyalty. Oh my God! And shout out to these people because they have channels or whatever the case is.
They're just exposing people.
But like
exposing
the way
women.
they expose, and it's just like, yo, this can't be. It's a shame because it's like, yo, this is women. Like this is.
And he's just doing it to regular women walking down the street.
Regular women, and the crazy part is like, it's
but they're not. See, this is the thing.
But wait, it's not only the gold digger one. Mr. Loyalty, he like gets like random females or guys, and then he'll ask one, like he'll ask, "Oh, are you single? Are you single?" One of them majority of the time is not. One of them majority of the time is not single, and then he'll be like, "All right, we're gonna do a prank on your boyfriend. Can your friend call him to ask if she can Netflix and chill with him without you knowing it or whatever?" And so like, yo, I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna just give it a nice number because I feel like if I give my real number that I think it is, maybe I'll be exaggerating.
Well, I don't even know what number you're talking about.
The percentage of girls that are already fucking their friend's man. I told you about this, and it's just like, yo, it's like 70%. I'm gonna say 70% because I guess that's a nice number for it, but I think it's more. 70% of these females are humping on their friend's man. Like, oh, some of them give it up
That's
right off.
wild, crazy.
Some of them give it up right. Like, I don't think we should do that. Like, you already know he loyal or whatever. Shorty, you already got the number on the phone. When she called, he pick up like, oh, what's up, babe? Like, what? Like, it's just like I feel bad because it's like, yo, don't get me. I'm also say like the ones that ain't fucking their friend's man. The dude ends up like being the grimy one because he then ends up being like, yeah, just come over grimy. Or whatever. It's a small percentage of men that don't. Both of them. I'm not saying either one or, but there's a small percentage of men that when the female is not, when the friend is not humping her friend's man, like there's a small percentage that'll be like, yo, what you talking about? You wild right now, like da-da-da, and they'll end up calling their girl like, yo, your friend just wild out, da-da-da. I'm gonna say it's a 15%. I feel like it's smaller. But either way.
I think it's bigger than that.
Nah, it's not. It's really not. Like, I wish I could say like, but it's really not.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That happened to me a few times. Like,
it's just like the fact that females are just out here. Like, even that gold digger one, like, oh, I'm not trying to talk to you. Like, nah, I can't talk to you. Da-da-da. And then when dude gets into the Lamborghini, she hops in like, oh, so what's up? Like, what happened though? Like, you was just trying to talk to me. What's good? And I'm like, one shorty left her man. Like,
I just want to talk to him for a minute.
Like, oh no, I'm gonna see the car. Like, whatever.
Let me just talk to him for a minute. Ain't nothing serious.
One of them didn't even do that. She was just like, I'm gonna call you. Like, I'm gonna call you. Like, I'm gonna just go. Like, I'm gonna ride. Like, whoa, what happened? I'm like, this is why, like, I get mad. And I'm like,
why you get mad?
Because
it's not you.
It's not me. But I hate, like.
It's nothing to get mad about. It's nothing to get mad about because you know why? This is what men been dealing with for years. Women been trying to expose us for years. And now when the shit is reversed, it looks like.
It's like, I know this is a minority, and that's what I realized recently. Like, I'm a minority of female, but then again, I can't say the way I've been in my life helped me out either. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I've been in horrible ass relationships and got suckered. I was a big ass sucker. So it's just like, which one is the right way? Bad way? I think, whatever, I'm going into
rabbit hole.
Yeah. Let me stop.
So, let's get back to the tricking.
Thank you guys for listening.
Listen.
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't think it's bad or good.
Okay.
I think it is what it is. I mean, doofus does what doofus does. If you want to be a doofus, you do what it do. Why would I be caring if it's bad or good? That's the thing about life. Like, water can nurture you, but water can kill you. A tidal wave can kill you.
Real talk.
But guess what? If you don't drink this
Real
water, you
talk.
can die.
Real
So like
talk.
everything has a good and bad thing to it. That's why
It's the
manipulation.
whole point of
I don't
harmony.
have, huh?
It's the whole point of the harmony
It's a
of
cycle,
life.
yin and yang. So for me, like, it's not bad. It's not bad or good. It is what it is. It's with great power comes great responsibility. This ain't Spider-Man, but
It's
nigga,
the
we gonna
truth,
treat
though.
it as such.
It's the
And
truth, though.
for me, like, you know, tricking could be a bad thing or a good thing. I mean, listen, if your woman graduated from master, she got a master's degree, and you was with her for the whole ride, and you be like, you know what? You call up her friends and be like, yo, I'm gonna pay for a trip for her, and I want y'all to all be in the same room. So look, the room in a week is like $6,000. I'm gonna pay $3,000, and y'all just figure it out from there. And then you guess what? You gave her. Is that tricking or that's celebrating? To me, that's celebrating. But guess what it is? It is tricking. Cause now you tricked on all her friends. Cause look, if it was 6 friends, it's supposed to be $1,000 a man. You paid for 2 other spots. So now those 6 people got to divide up $3,000. Like you just made that a $500 trip for them each. And you know why you did it? Because she graduated. I bet you her friends wasn't gonna do that. And it's all right. But what I'm trying to say is, it's not bad nor good. And you shouldn't feel a way about it.
What do you guys think? Do you guys feel tricking is good, tricking is bad? Where do you think it originated from? What y'all think about this topic?
I mean, like, tricking ain't easy either.
Put it in the comments.
Some people think tricking easy.
Who a trickster? Who a trickster and a tricker?
Don't call me Tricky C. Call me Drip C. I'm just saying, like, I don't think, like, I'm just being real. If you look at things as good and bad, that's when life get fucked up. And that's just me, because you gotta look at things like, come on, man. The floor gonna be good, clean or bad, clean or dirty.
But you fall on
You
that
still,
shit.
you still gonna stand on that hoe.
You fall on it, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, but what if the floor is clean and you fall on it?
Yeah.
You fell on a clean floor, you feel like a doofus now. But if
Yeah,
you fell on
still hurt.
If you fell on a dirty floor, you're gonna be like, eh. Was the floor not so bad? It was shit on the floor, right? Nah, nigga, come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say? You
Yeah,
get
I
what
do.
I'm
I
trying to
get
say?
what
Like,
you're saying. I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying.
everything is all about the user. If the user got bad intentions, then tricking is bad intention. The user got good intentions, manipulation could be a good thing. Any one of these things could be good or bad. It's all on the user. If you keep putting 10,000 value in vitamin C, you're gonna be good. But you might become vitamin C deficient.